No. Hi.
Okay. Hi.
Good afternoon, good evening, and hi everybody. And hi who are in the room right now, and hi everybody who is outside of the room, who are looking us on YouTube later or right now. Hi. And today we start regular weekly online global dialogue. And today our topic, the strange woman, role of strange women in local communities and organization development. And today I want to introduce you our facilitator is Anupama Easwaran, India. Anu, and
Yes. Hi.
hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet. Okay, where am I? Okay. Hi. Okay. So do I take over from here? Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So just quickly, I'll introduce myself. My name is Anupama Easwaran, and I am from India. I run an organization called In.harmony, and we primarily work in the area of diversity and inclusion with companies in India. So we help them to look at, what is the kind of diversity that is existing in their companies, and how can they leverage on the diversity and make the workplace more inclusive. How do you make the employees feel that they belong to that particular organization, and increasing that feeling of belongingness. Also, we work in the area of employee wellness. So we do a lot of training and short module programs in areas of stress management and parenting and enhancing work-life balance, etc. So that's briefly about us. I'm based in Mumbai. So let's start by introducing each one of us. I think there are a lot of new people also I see, and good to see the year starting with a larger number of participants. So shall we just, I can't see everybody's name, so please one by one just go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay. Hi, I'm Svetlana Solomatova. I'm from Ukraine. I'm located in Kiev, but right now I am in Lviv city. It is the west part of Ukraine, and we have big meeting of Ukrainian mediators and facilitators who provide dialogue in local communities. And this platform is special platform is special dialogue platform for Ukrainian mediators and facilitators. And we are going to spend 3 days together, and we learn about conflict sensitivity, and we share our experience how to provide dialogue in local communities and everything like this. And thank you very much and I'm happy to be part of this online dialogue also.
Okay, thanks, Svetlana.
Wayne?
Me? I'm Wayne. I'm in Japan. I just came back from Côte d'Ivoire. I visited 11 communities and had a great variety of experiences of women belonging and not belonging. I'm complete.
Thank you, Wayne. Nancy, if you switch on your microphone, we will hear you. Sergey, are you here?
I see no people in the group, so...
Hello. Добрый день.
Hi.
От Медиаси сегодня Лилия Сечевая.
Hi, I'm Lilia Сечевая.
Я журналист из Украины, сейчас нахожусь в Варшаве.
I'm journalist from Ukraine, but now I am located in Poland, in Warsaw.
Okay, thanks, Lillian.
Nancy, we hear you.
Okay, my name is Nancy Biwot. I'm based in Nairobi, Kenya. I work as a social inclusion facilitator. part-time, but also I work with Palladium Organization, and I'm in charge of gender, HIV, and disability inclusion in the organization. I'm very passionate about matters of diversity and inclusion, and I'm looking forward to our discussion today on women, strength of a woman.
Good.
Thanks, Nancy.
I see the letter G. Anu, have you seen this G?
Sorry, who?
Some man is hiding by letter G.
I see quite a few. Okay, that's...
Андрей? Андрей, можешь сказать пару слов? Андрей? Эндрю? Сергей?
Всем привет.
Hi.
Yes, hi.
В связи с тем, что делаю техническое обслуживание, один момент, я только звук выключу в одном месте.
I provide technical support of this meeting, and just a minute I switch on sound.
Я уже вернулся, я на месте. Всех приветствую, всех рад видеть, знакомые лица.
I'm here, nice to meet you one again, and it's very nice to see old and new faces.
Делаем общее дело. Знаем точно, все уверены в том, что это дело позитивное. Придем к нашей цели и будем happy.
We are doing a joint deal together, and I'm sure that in the real end everybody will be happy. And my name is Andrew.
Yes.
Спасибо,
Thanks,
Андрей.
Andre.
Андрей, мы еще кого-то видим. Вот молодой человек в очках. You see man in the glass.
Этого молодого человека мы сейчас мотивируем, и он, скорее всего, ответит на все вопросы.
Спасибо. Thank you. Включите микрофон, пожалуйста.
Hello, my name is Eugene.
Hello.
I'm from Ukraine. Now I live in Warsaw.
Great, Eugene.
Great. So, I think Warsaw seems to be a preferred location for many Ukrainians.
Yes. It seems like that.
So,
Interesting.
Svetlana, I hope you continue to remain in Kiev and not move to Warsaw.
No, I'm not going. But I will be happy to go to Warsaw. I was there a couple times, but it was a lot of years ago. And anytime I am ready to go.
All right. So great, very happy to meet everybody. I think there's one other person. I see one other lady's picture here, and she hasn't introduced herself. Is that Yulia? Who's that? Yeah. Is she on the?
Юлечка, вы с нами? Вы можете представиться, Юля? Maybe she is not here.
All right. Okay. So let's continue with today's session. So our topic for today is strength of a woman. So let's start with what are some of the strengths that women have? Maybe each one of us can identify a few that we think are the strengths that a woman has, and we can proceed from there. So who would like to start? And let's also say that it from the men. So it's nice that we have a diverse group. We have men and women, so it will be good to hear both perspectives. And I think a very honest perspective will be very nice and useful.
I translate. Ребята, вопрос к мужчинам. Когда вы слышите сильная женщина, что это для вас значит? Как вы это определяете? Сильная женщина.
Третий микрофон отвечает. Можно?
Yes. Yes.
Ты им скажи, что это третий микрофон.
Third microphone. Want to have answer.
Вообще сильная женщина это страшно.
And for sure, it's strong woman is very how to say fear.
Я даже не знаю, что с ними делать.
I don't know what I can do with this type of ladies.
Но ясно другое, что если обратить внимание исторически, то всегда за революционером, за каким-то серьезным политическим деятелем всегда стояла женщина. Всегда.
If we go back to human history, we can find that close to strong men always was strong woman.
Вот обратите внимание еще на такой интересный момент. Тогда, когда женщина приходит к власти и начинает она думать не как мужчина, а как женщина.
When woman comes to power, she started to think not if she starts to think not as a man, and she starts to think as a woman.
Почему-то вдруг пропадает коррупция.
And suddenly, what happens suddenly? Corruption will disappear. If women start to think as a woman when she has power, corruption in country will disappear immediately. That's why I'm sure.
Глубоко уверен в том, что в нашей ситуации, в украинской ситуации, микрофон выключите, пожалуйста. Роль женщины, сильной женщины, женщины-лидера, он очень важен, необходим. Да и вообще круто это. Она всегда думает по-другому.
Andre thinks that role of strange woman is very important in local community, in organization development also.
Доклад окончил.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Andre. So, Andre, one point which he has brought out is that, you know, he spoke about corruption and said that when women are in power, if they think like a woman, maybe there won't be corruption. So, in fact, that is what I want to ask, that what, in your opinion, you think are the strengths that women have to make a difference? Like, what is the strength? What is it? What is the core strength? So one of the points I think which he's also brought out is that behind every successful man there is a woman. So I think that was another point which he had brought out. But besides that, what else you think are some of those core qualities that women have, which makes her a strong woman?
I have some idea.
Sure, please.
Света, а можешь перевести, чтобы, ну, тоже интересно, что сказали?
Да, ну то есть какими качествами, ну, должна обладать сильная женщина, то есть что в ней должно быть такое, чего нет в других женщинах. For me, it's very important. What is separate strange women from others? It's kindness of the heart, deeply kindness of heart. Мой ответ, что отличает такую женщину от других, что у нее очень глубокая доброта в сердце. Для меня это сильная женщина. It's my opinion that strange women for me is a person who has really deep kindness.
So you're saying that they have kindness towards others and compassionate.
Yeah.
Around noon.
When do you want to?
Sorry.
When it talk. When have a call maybe. Nancy.
Okay. Nancy? Okay, Wayne, you're back. Would you like to say something?
I've just visited 11 communities in small villages. So the women are in a huge variety of statuses. One community, they had to be, the chief had to invite the women to come in. So, but when they got there, the focus was on the women, not on the men. In our projects, the women carry them. We're slow to get started, but once it got started, they maintained morality, they maintained liveliness, they maintained going ahead for year after year. So those are some of the roles of the women in remote projects. And, okay.
Бенни говорит, что он работал в 11 эриях или территориях, и в большинстве этих проектов большую часть занимала работа женщин. И все проекты, они держались на них, и женщины выполняли любые функции, любые роли. Вот, и поэтому это был успешный проект. Ну, успешные проекты во всех 11 территориях. Benny, I translate your speech very shortly.
So thanks, Wayne. So what I hear you say is that when you were interacting with these 11 communities, and where one of them, the women were invited, and some of the things you noticed was that once they got going, they brought in a certain amount of liveliness to the conversation, and they had the spirit of going ahead continuously. Am I right in my understanding?
Right on.
Okay, great. All right. Nancy, would love to hear from you.
I think Nancy is a very well experienced woman. I think, Nancy, you are very well experienced woman in Kenya. If you survive in Kenya, it means you are part of this conversation.
Thank you. And you're welcome to Kenya, Svetlana. I think you love the country. Yeah, so for me, I think women traditionally have been known to be nurturers. They are fighters. They are quite persevering, and that's what I mean. And they are participatory. Where they are given positions of power, you find they involve everyone. I say that traditionally because coming up with this distinction in gender can be really tricky. Not all women are this way, not all men are that way, but most of them have been known to have these characteristics.
Nancy, could you just speak a little more loud? I'm missing a few words.
Okay. Yeah, I was saying women are well known traditionally to be nurturers, to be persevering and fighters, and to be very participatory, where they consult others before they make decisions. Yeah. But I was saying in the modern world, it's difficult to say women are this way, men are this way, because the personalities are sort of intermixed. But these are the main roles most women tend to have.
So basically, some of the qualities you've said is that we are nurturers, and that's an innate quality that we have. We're almost born with it. Persevere and fighters and participative. So in any kind of gathering we participate, we also get people to participate. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. So like basic good team members.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes.
Svetlana. Yeah. Anything more you want to add, Nancy?
I hear Nancy not very good also. I try to catch the main ideas of Nancy. If I understand her right, that role of women in Kenya very important. Yes.
Yes.
And could you? And I think that if you was born in Kenya or some Africa countries, you must be strong. If you was born as a woman, you must be strong. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think women all over the world are required to be strong. It's not any different in Africa. Yeah, I think it's a universal trait that women are required to work much harder all over the world, not only in Africa.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'd like to just say that here that I think these qualities that we are talking of, it's not particular to any location or a region. I think these are just the fact that we are women, we have some of these qualities which are natural to us. Svetlana, before we continue, do you want to translate for Andrei, Sergey, and
Да, ну, если коротко, то Нэнси говорит о том, что в Кении, ну, женщины должны быть, в общем-то, очень сильные, потому что, ну, такие условия жизни, да, что они должны выживать, потому что порой одной женщине держится, ну, большие сообщества, да, удерживает одна женщина. Вот, поэтому, ну, там такие условия, что женщина обязана быть сильной.
yeah, okay,
И
thanks.
она сказала, что, в принципе, это не только, конечно, Кении касается, что это вообще универсальный вопрос, что женщина в любой стране должна быть сильной, вынуждена ей быть.
Okay. Lilia, anything you would like to contribute?
Лилия, вы хотите добавить что-нибудь? Кивает головой. Нет. No, not now.
Okay, Eugene?
А Евгений, вы хотите что-то добавить? Андрей?
No.
Евгений?
Okay.
Евгений вышел, поэтому...
Хорошо. Great.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, all right. So we have some interesting, I think, points which have come out is that one, I think Andre brought up that behind every successful man there is a woman, and so the woman is there because of other factors which have come out, that she brings in liveliness. There's a certain strong perseverance that women have of moving ahead, come what may. And if you just look back to, even just look at us or maybe our mothers or even generations, grandparents, grandmoms, okay, the kind of difficulties which they would have gone through, but they have persevered. There was no doubt that, you know, looking after the family or looking after the kids was their role. Besides that, they were natural in interacting with community. If there were bonds built within the family, with other external family members, with friends in the community, naturally women could make those bonds. For men, largely it was like part of the occupation, so it did come about, but there was no defined role telling a woman that you have to go and talk to this person and this is the kind of network that you need to build, but it came very naturally. So these are some of the strengths that we do have. So we are participative, we don't give up so easily, okay. Sometimes it is not so clearly seen because this just comes with the flow of things for us.
Если коротко, то возвращаясь к тому, что сказал Андрей, что возле каждого сильного мужчины исторически рядом была сильная женщина, то можно сказать, что если возвращаясь тоже в историю, что наши бабушки и прабабушки тоже жили в таких условиях, которые требовали выживания, требовали силы. И то есть эти женщины, если они смогли построить семью и организовать жизнь для своих детей и правнуков, то тоже они таким образом, строя свою семью, и задевали таким образом тоже местное сообщество и тоже влияли на этот процесс, на развитие местных сообществ.
Yes, so and I think this is not even specific to one location. It's probably a global thing that we all have had circumstances, or you know, women in the past have had circumstances which kind of compels us to bring out these strengths which are there within us. Okay, and sometimes we forget.
Мы не можем рассматривать этот вопрос только под одним углом, потому что это такой вопрос широкий, мультивекторный, потому что женщина, которая вынуждена была быть в прошлом сильная, она, естественно, влияет и продолжает влиять на нынешнее поколение.
And in my opinion, you know, it's not somebody telling us that you have this strength. It's there, but there are times when we forget it also. And we need somebody, and we need to have probably a discussion like this, where we are talking about strength of a woman. Okay, why are we not doing a discussion on strength of a man?
Because... Да, вопрос такой, что, ну вот мы много говорим все-таки о стиле женщины, но мне кажется, что было бы важным поговорить и о силе мужчины, потому что, ну, это нечестно говорить только о силе женщины. Ага.
Are you in, is this something, I mean, do you agree to this? What are your views on that? That we at times forget about?
Делать такой обзор по этому вопросу, по вопросу сильного мужчины. I'm agree. Я согласна.
Yeah, so we do tend to need a reminder.
No.
Andre says no.
Andre says I'm not sure. Андрей, вы не очень уверены в том, что вы готовы, да, на этот разговор?
Я без понятия, что говорить. Сильный или стильный? Тут же оно так созвучно.
I don't understand difference. Strong man or styled man, like fashion man. It doesn't matter for me.
Okay, I also like fashionable men.
Какая разница? Ну, важно, чтобы человек был хороший, и все.
And on the opinion, it doesn't matter what kind of man, fashion or strong. For me personally, it's very important personality of man. What kind of personality he has.
Okay, great. All right. So, so moving on to the next question, which I had shared with Svetlana because you wanted to share it with other members, is that we've looked at the strengths some of the strengths that women have, and these are some of our core strengths. What kind of a role do you think, women can play in organizations or in community? And do you think that we are getting those kind of roles?
Вопрос такой, как вы считаете, все-таки какую роль играет или должна играть женщина в местных сообществах или же в организации? Вот где эта роль женщины сильной? В организации или в местном сообществе? Somebody has ideas? У кого-то есть идеи?
Ben, you just went to you interacted with 11 communities, so maybe you could share some thought on it. Do women get their spot in the sunlight easily and based on their strengths?
No, for me, strange women. How to say right in English? Strange women. Her role.
Strong.
How to say?
Let's just say women, because strong or not, we are strong. Okay, we just forget that we are strong. So let's just say women.
Okay, about women. And I think that the role of women play a role like accelerator. She accelerates all processes. She gives passion, because usually passion to something came from women part, not from men.
Fashion? Is that what you mean?
Passion.
Passion.
Yes, passion.
Okay.
Passion means big wishes, dream, and women are very well dreamers. And I remember when you said to one of our dialogue about, okay, if women have money, she will go to shop and spend everything. I remember it. Why she is doing? Because she has passion. She likes life very much, and she wants from life a lot more than possible. I think. And that's why she accelerates all processes. She pushes men to be hero, and she pushes organization to be the best. She pushes local community to live in clear society, in clear environment also.
Well. Are you
yes,
men or women?
Women.
Oh, really? I suspect about 90% of the characteristics of women the men have as well. Now, I like to be with women and men most of the time. I don't work with men alone or women alone, because when they get the two together, then things can really happen.
Yeah. So the best happens when both are together. When you have both.
As far as I'm concerned, men tend to be leaders, but women can subtly take over the lead without anybody noticing.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
True.
And women are delightfully distracting.
Okay.
Света, переводи.
It's impossible to translate. I don't know these English words, which way they use.
No, it's a very good English. He's just complimented us.
Я не знаю, как их перевести. Maybe Anna knows. Anna, do you know how to say in Russian? What way is it?
No, not in Russian. So he's saying that women are delightfully distractive in the sense that, the little distraction we provide for who we are is fairly delightful. Is that right, Wayne?
Definitely.
Андрей, я с удовольствием перевела, но это тяжело мне сейчас это сделать, потому что я не понимаю.
Он сказал, женщина красивая.
Женщина, то есть роль женщины в организации быть красивой, я поняла.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you, Wayne. Try to be how if we inspire you to make our country better, I am agree to do it each day. Я сказала, что если моя красота может помочь мужчине изменить страну или местное сообщество, я готова это делать каждый день.
Wayne, what else? How else do you see, based on the strengths, women are getting their opportunity here?
I find to make a country better, you don't very often get a chance to be a top leader. But most of the change in a country starts and happens in the local and goes up, not down.
Что роль женщины также, если мы говорим о том, что она может изменить страну, и то есть ее роль здесь очень важна. Она может это делать, она может играть очень важную роль.
And the media, in Anna at least, has almost all women leading, and everybody watches watch the women and also listen.
Sorry, just repeat that, Wayne. I didn't get that.
CNN has about 2/3 or 70 or 80% women reporters on the air on CNN Japan, and I think mostly we like to watch their delightful presence as well as what they say.
Okay. So are you saying the delightful presence helps to make an impact in the society also? Because they...
Of course.
Okay. All right. So I'm seeing you referring to the fact that, women bring in a certain amount of aesthetics and grace, and also with it combined with a lot of other strengths and qualities like that they do like subtly take the lead. They are not there making a big announcement of when they've taken lead of certain projects, but it comes naturally to them to take lead of things, right? So it's a combination of beauty and brains?
Yeah, I mean, they have to break through certain barriers, but our training helps that. So I'm sure yours does too.
Sorry, come again? I didn't hear that.
Many young women, I mean, young by being 30, 35, are not yet leaders, but they, with good training, they jump ahead and lead very, very gratefully and naturally only they have to recognize that they are really great.
So, okay, so there are a lot of promising young women leaders.
Right on.
Yeah, okay, great.
You
Nancy?
are not promising, I understand, right, that Vaini, you are not promising young leaders?
He thinks they potentially.
Potential. Okay. Yes, I understand, right? Анну?
Yeah, yeah.
Ага.
Nancy?
Да, Вейни сказал, что он не очень доверяет молодым женщинам-лидерам 30-32 года или 30-35, которые сейчас устраивают занять лидирующие позиции. Вот, но аргументировал, почему, немножко не очень хорошая связь, я не могу вам перевести, аргументы, да, почему так. Но он высказывает такой скептицизм по этому поводу.
I could illustrate that briefly. In India, 5 years ago, the women were not allowed to even leave the house without a man along, and they didn't say anything. 5 years later, they are going to the government, telling the government what directions to take, and leading the community, and they're doing really super leadership because they got broken loose from characteristic social role that they started with.
И, например, 5 лет назад, если мы посмотрим в Индию, то еще всего лишь 5 лет назад женщина в Индии была дома возле своего мужчины и мало разговаривала или вообще не имела права голоса. Но что произошло? Стремительно изменения в Индии, что за 5 лет женщины не просто заняли лидирующую роль в местных сообществах, но и в правительстве. И сейчас мы видим совсем другие тенденции в Индии в развитии.
So I think that's a very important point which Wayne has brought, I think, because there are a lot of social roles which are almost like, which were almost cast in iron kind, so which led to stereotypes about what kind of a role can a woman do. For example, we spoke about nurturers, so, women in teaching or nursing, anything which is like a caregiver was more associated with a woman in terms of career choices. Okay, and today, you're right, in India, we have really broken so many social norms, and we have eminent scientists, we have pilots, we have women in the army, in the navy. These are all changes which have taken place in the last 10 years, and we're making huge progress.
Мы видим, как стремительно меняется роль женщины не только в Индии, но в Индии мы уже можем найти женщин, которые и пилоты, и в разные сферы занимают, и в науке, там, где раньше никогда женщин не было. И она уходит из социальных каких-то позиций, уходит из официальной роли учителя, там, где традиционно женщины занимали все места, и переходит в другие сферы уже общества. Sorry, Anna, I try to keep my grip.
No, thank you.
But in India, there's a huge amount and still stuck. Probably a third of the women are still stuck in frozen social roles. And so we all have to, we, meaning everybody, has to break loose the social roles and give them new opportunities.
Yeah.
Ну, и в Индии очень много возможностей сейчас в социальном секторе для женщин.
And I think this is probably, see, in India it's a little more pronounced also because we have a larger number of women as well, and population is much larger. But this is also, I think world over it is true that, there are certain social norms which in every country we are breaking. If you look at, for example, America, which is a superpower, which is one of the largest democracies, they still have not had a single woman president. And this is probably the first time. We don't even know whether Hillary is going to get a ticket to be.
Анна сейчас говорит о том, что если мы сравним ситуацию в Индии и в Америке, то даже уже в такую роль социальную, которую сегодня и активно занимают в Америке, и даже эта активная позиция не дает возможности стать женщине президентом США.
Yeah. Nancy, let's hear from you also. We haven't heard from the Kenyan perspective.
Anna, and we have one more participator right now. Have you seen her?
Yes, I can see her. Nancy, are you there?
And Nancy is muted. She is muted.
Nancy?
Yeah, I wanted to add about the context here in terms of, do you think women get the right opportunity?
Right.
I think, like you say, for India, even in Kenya, the roles are increasing for women. Women can do much more than they used to do, but there are still a couple of things holding women back in terms of cultural practices, like genital mutilation. We have stereotypes where people are expected to be in some roles and not others. We have, for example, even a simple biological fact like menstruation that is holding girls back from going to school. Yeah, and issues of self-esteem are also something that is holding women from taking charge of opportunity that are in front of them.
Нэнси говорит, что в Кении тоже изменяется роль женщины, тоже она начинает занимать более активную позицию и уходит тоже в те сферы, которые раньше, которые ей не свойственны.
Nancy was saying something more.
Yeah, I think those are some of the things that are holding women back, but I think we have more opportunities now than there used to be in the past. So I think what we just need to do is just to push for more opportunities for women, but also for men.
Ну и для женщины больше и больше возможностей открывается в Кении, и она старается использовать эти возможности. And we have new participator.
Oh, yeah.
Anna.
Yeah.
Yellow sweater.
Who's that?
Some lady in yellow sweater.
Yeah. Hi. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Включите микрофон, пожалуйста, девушке в желтом свитере.
This is Night. I am from Eritrea, east of Africa, but I live in Poland, Warsaw.
Great.
Okay.
Nice to meet you all, guys. Nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you. Sorry, I didn't get your name. Could you just repeat it?
My name is Sennight.
Sennight.
Sennight, yes.
Sennight. Okay. So, Sennight, would you like to say anything about women and the kind of the strengths that we have, and do we get the opportunities based on the strengths?
Yeah. Okay, this is my first time to meet you here, guys, but I already know the topic, what are you talking, that's why I'm interested in, because I believe also in stronger of women, and of course it is very difficult for women everywhere to get the opportunity, but I believe that we can do ourselves, to push ourselves to do something, to do our dream, to participate, and the woman can make change also. I came from the country. Yes.
Верит в силу женщины, она тоже женщина, и она понимает, и тоже видит все возможности, да, и старается их тоже использовать.
Yes.
Sorry for interruption. I try to keep...
Go ahead. Yeah. Sennight, go ahead. Svetlana is translating parallel.
Okay, is it clear what I am saying? Yes. Do you hear me? Okay. So I came from the country which is also women bring up in my country independence, because if you heard about Eritrea was occupied or a war with Ethiopia for 30 years, 30. So because
там война была, и сейчас это независимая страна. И приехала в Польшу.
And Eritrea fought 30 years to get independent from Ethiopia. And Ethiopia is a big country with a lot of people. almost this time they are 90 million, but Eritrea has about 5 million people and had fought with Ethiopia.
Эритрея воевала с Египтом, вот, имея практически неравные силы в своем населении, в количестве сил, но им удалось стать независимыми.
Yeah, but early in Eritrea it was women like to stay at home just to make homework or do activities only inside at home, bring up kids. But
традиционно женщины в Эритрее сидят дома, занимаются домашним хозяйством.
But after 1916 had started the war with Ethiopia against independence, also start to fight women because of lack of boys in Eritrea. So women in Eritrea.
Независимости женщины все больше и больше обретают независимость и получают все больше и больше прав.
Yeah, so women fought really side by side with their brothers for 30 years.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah, nobody can believe it, but it is really even sometimes they said the women were stronger and they couldn't back from the war when they had to back from some field. When they see it is no chance, sometimes they back to bring another opportunity or another power for next days. But sometimes the women say, no, we started, we must finish it.
So the perseverance that we spoke about is showing here also.
И женщины начали этот процесс обретения прав и получения прав и использования этих прав, и, похоже, они не собираются заканчивать этот процесс. Не собираются сдаваться.
So they were also not only fighters, they were also nurses, doctors. They were also, some of them, they bring up kids also underground. So they were mothers, they were fighters. So I believe starting this time who bring change, the women in Eritrea also peace, not only bring up kids. So I believe in it. Just we must believe, we must show it our power, our interests. We can do really.
Ну и роль женщины сейчас верить в свою силу, в то, что они получили, верить в то, что они это дело доведут до конца и обретут равные права с мужчинами.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing that, because I mean, this is historical. What you've shared is a fact.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Yeah, and
my sister was one of those fighters who fought for 18 years. We didn't see her 18 years. She wanted, when I was small, to join the partisans. And I saw her later after 20 years. I was a big girl. So.
Участие в боевых действиях, они были частью этой войны в течение многих лет.
So I literally got goosebumps listening to this. But you know, this, what you've narrated and told, is exactly covers what we've been discussing today for the last 1 hour about the strengths that women have. So, you know, being a nurse, the women were nurses, doctors, mothers, fighters.
Yeah.
Every possible role. And that's what we had spoken about, that, you know, women are nurturers. When we talked about what were the strengths, we spoke about being nurturer, we spoke about being perseverance, we spoke about participative, we said women are fighters, we said we don't give up easily. We go ahead, we spoke about all this, and what Sinead just shared is basically, it happened. This is how we are, and this was lived out in Eritrea. So that's like a wonderful proof, right?
Yeah,
for us.
And we don't need also.
Yeah, and we don't.
Could I ask a bit, because now we have war in Ukraine also, and Ukrainian women are not take a part in the real war action. Very small processes. Women have military thinking, but most of volunteers in Ukraine are women, and women support men in the war line, and they do everything. They cooked meal and military dress and everything. And they work in hospitals right now. They help to recovering military people, and we have huge activity, huge women activity in Ukraine right now.
I saw it, the Maidan, when it was the protest in Ukraine last year, because I have a lot of friends from Ukraine who live in Warsaw, in Poland, and I was really consulting them, and because they were worried about Ukraine, and I was also all the time looking the news, and I saw, of course, a lot of women was bringing help to their kids or their brothers or their friends during the Maidan in Ukraine. I know this history.
And unfortunately, we have very, very weak government, and we have very weak government from men. But I think that everything will change. I think that Ukrainian women will play more important role in government, in power than right now.
Yeah. So I think just one thought which I'd like, I mean, we have just a minute, I think, left probably. I think Sergey is waiting, so he's not given us our warning bell. But wonderful discussion today, but I think we have to end it. So shall we just have one viewpoint from everybody on today's discussion? Nancy, you want to go ahead first?
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear me, but I liked what, I can't remember his name, what he said about change happening locally and going up to the highest level. And I think most of the change to the local level, at least for our case here in Kenya, it is usually done by women. And these women usually are at the backstage of positive change. But when you come and ask who is doing this work, you will never see them. But they're really pushing this progress out there. So I thought that was a very positive comment.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Nancy is saying basically change from the local level to moving upwards, and that's a very positive state. It's a hope-filled thought.
Yeah, and maybe just one comment about women learning to, when you talk to us about self-leadership last year, I think just women owning this process of bringing change and being change agents and being seen to be part of the people bringing this positive change, that is as leaders, is where we need to look at.
Nancy, you're saying that women need to be seen as agents of change towards leadership. Is that because your voice was fading?
Oh, okay. I was talking about women. Of course, they are backstage, but how do we bring these women forward so that they take leadership positions in their community? Because they are doing this work, but they are not being seen, maybe because of lack of self-belief or other reasons.
Okay. So how do we bring women to the front? They are doing a lot of work backstage, but how do they really come up and take what is rightfully theirs? So could be lack of self-belief or self-esteem or inhibition, something which is stopping them from coming forward. Right? Is that what you're saying, Nancy?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Svetlana, you're translating that, or shall we just move ahead?
Let's move without translate because time is moving on.
Okay, great. Yeah. So, Lilia, do you have anything to say?
Лиля, на завершающие какие-то слова ваши по этой теме, перед тем, как мы простимся.
Есть звук сейчас, да?
Да, слышно вас, да.
В общем-то, и послушав всех, опять-таки, еще раз говорю о том, что я точечно совсем знаю английский язык, да, но я согласна и с Андреем, и согласна с тем, что роль женщины и приятная роль женщины, когда она красива, но очень часто обстоятельства совсем по-другому складываются, и тогда женщина может делать все. абсолютно все. И в этом моя сила, потому что независимо от того, кем она есть в обществе, наверное, я согласна с Анупама, да, что когда есть внутренняя доброта, это уже есть сила женщины, и она где-то будет терпелива, где-то может быть настойчива, она проявит себя и в семье, и в обществе. И
and Lilia
в
says
этом
that
и сила.
Lilia agree with everybody with each opinion, and she agree with Andrew and with Wayne about the main role of women to be in beauty. But sometimes life turn around and something happens in our life, and our role extremely changed. And if it happened, Lilia thinks that women can do everything, can do any role, and she must be strong. And it is not bad, and it is not good, but it happened. And she agrees that most power of women came from her heart, from her kindness.
Okay. Thanks, Lilia. Great. Cindy? Your name is spelled S-E-N-I-A-T? How do you?
S-E-N-I-A-T.
Seniate. Okay.
Senite, yeah.
Senite. Okay,
Senite.
So what?
Yeah.
You've come almost towards the end of the session, but you've contributed a lot of interesting
Thank you.
stuff for
I'm so sorry
us.
for my delay.
Would love to see you more often, but do you have anything based on whatever little you've heard in today's session? What is your takeaway from this?
To say something more else, yeah?
Yeah. What is it that you want, one thought which you going away from here today?
Okay. I would like to say that, as I said, women can change the what is going on around us. As I say, the women in the past in the Eritrea, 40 years ago, they were at home, but the war changed them to be fighters, yeah? So also, of course, for one is to stay at home with their family, or of course work, of course, in peace. But sometimes we must change because of something push us, war or conflict at home or in family, or so. I believe we are ever strong woman. Sometimes even when we move or we change by suddenly, by we are pushing by something, but I see every woman are strong really. Sometimes I can't believe sometimes how women are strong really, because of sometimes because of the effect what is going on. When I see women are also improving to do something to change it for their family really, what they suffer. So especially this time we can see what is going on in Syria, and how hard it is for women. They are doing everything to bring their kids safely place. It is very hard and but strong. They suffer, but they are moving on to make peace or safe for their family. So really, I appreciate women.
Absolutely. Well said. Svetlana.
And I want to say only one phrase. And as a strong woman, I am a strong woman. I say myself each time, never have a fighting with men.
Okay, that's a wise woman.
Because usually I will be a winner for sure, but I understand that my winning will make men weak, will bring to men weakness, and it is not my role. My role to make men stronger.
But we are saying that not to make a man's weak, but sometimes something push us. Sometimes even men push us to be weak. to be suffer, and we must move on to of course, I believe every woman find solution. Even in family, look, when man with her husband fight, the woman, they don't ask for a divorce or go out. Like first, I believe they start to make it in peace, start to find a solution. That's why I believe everywhere women can make peace, can make solution. They don't start go on just fight. They first try to make it in peace, in solution. That I believe in every woman all around the world. But sometimes we can't make it.
And
even we want to, but we can't make it. So this time we must be stronger to make it save our life, our family, our kids. Sometimes that I'm saying.
Yes, agree, and our responsibility to keep balance.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
So anyway.
Good. So yeah.
But ever peace, first peace. I believe in that first peace.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. I agree.
Anu? So yes. So as we end, my thought is that so we are strong, and today's discussion, there was a live historical case shared with us about the kind of strength that women have exhibited. And we all know, if we just go back to our individual countries and we look at why countries in our own families, you look back and see, or our own households, the kind of perseverance and strength each one of us have. And like Simit was saying, that when circumstances push, present, we bring in that kind of a strength to overcome it, to find solutions. So what, in my opinion, what we as women need to really focus on is to have that self-belief that we have that power in us to make a change, and to know what kind of change, to believe in ourselves. I think a lot of time, because of the social roles that are laid out and the stereotype, we get caught, we ourselves get caught thinking that this is my limitation and I can't go beyond this. So can we just look at it and believe in ourselves and say that, these are roles, there's nothing which is typecast. I can break this, and I have a lot more within me. It's a lot of introspection or a self-awareness that is required from our part. And that's a thought that I'd like to leave back with all of us, that let's look at our own individual thing and say that, have we leveraged on our strengths? Or is there anything more that I can do?
Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Anna, very much.
Thank you. And thanks, everyone. It was a wonderful discussion.
Thank you.
And thank you. See you next week.
Yes, see you next week. Bye-bye.
Have a great week, and keep a balance.
So thanks everyone, and thanks Sergey for the technical support, and Andrei, who both of them gave the technical support, right, today?
Yes. Спасибо, Андрей, Сережа, за техническое сопровождение. Спасибо, MediaC. Thank you very much.
And technical. Yeah, Andrei is here nearly to me. He's bring us help with technical.
Oh, we didn't hear. I think Wayne has left us. We didn't hear from him, so I can't see him. So I'm presuming.
Okay. He's here. Come. Say something.
Я здесь. I'm here.
Спасибо.
Вам тоже спасибо. Спасибо за интересную тему. Ой, столько хочу сказать. Скорее всего, уже в другом эфире.
Okay, very good. Now Svetlana, who's translating, has left, and I have to just depend on my limited Russian. So I think let's just close. Yeah, thank you.
Svetlana.
And Svetlana is gone.
Svetlana is...
She's left. Anna, das vidanya already.
Okay, bye.
Okay,
Thank you.
bye-bye. Yeah, thank you. Bye.